The Age of Revolution, a period of significant political, social, economic, and technological transformation from the late 18th to the early 19th century. As the revolutions unfolded across various countries, they profoundly influenced not only governance and industry, but also fashion and culture expressions. Let's delve into how clothing during this time serves as a reflection of identity, status, and revolutionary ideals. First, let's look at the John Andrew painting of Boston Tea Party from 1846. This scene, set in December 1773, captures a moment of defiance against British rule. The dark, moody colors of the sky and water evoke a sense of confidentiality and rebellion, enhancing the tension of the moment. British ships loom large in the background, their imposing presence highlighting colonial libel. The American colonists dressed in practical garments. Thick long coats, knee-length breeches, and sturdy shoes are rendered in muted shades of brown, gray, and dark blue, emphasizing their working class and identity. The loose and boxy silhouettes reflects the practicality needed for their actions, contrasting sharply with the ornate attire of British upper class. Notice how the movement of the figure is dynamic. Group of the colonists are actively boarding the ship and pull tea chest, creating a sense of urgency and determination. The contrast of colors between dark background and the muted clothing emphasizing their unity as they work together. Some wear Native American style, unrecognizable, which add layer of culture significance symbolizing their desire of forge a new American identity. The act of dumping tea into the harbor not only signifies the protest but is a powerful visual of rebellion, representing the stand against taxation without representation. Now let's examine John Strumbull's painting, The Declaration of Independence, represent founding fathers in Philadelphia on July 4th, 1776. The earthy, warm tones used throughout the painting create a serious atmosphere reflecting the gravity of the moment as those leaders prepared to sign the document that would declare their freedom. The high ceiling and large windows in the room cast soft natural light that highlights the figures, particularly the founding fathers dressed in dark clothing, deep blue, black, and browns that symbolize the authority and commitment. The careful arrangement of the figure, with some standing and others seated, convey a sense of hierarchy and unity. The movement within this composition is subtle yet powerful. The leaders lean toward the document, eyes fixed on the declaration, creating an intimate movement filled with the anticipation. This visual representation captures the revolutionary spirit, portraying not just a historical event but a monumental step toward democracy and individual rights, inspiring the future movement for freedom across the globe. Now we move to last movement of the Girondes by Carl von Piloty. Painted in 1880s, the painting's dark and shadowy colors create a heavy, sad feeling capturing the despair the Gordons feel as they face execution during the French Revolution. The intense emotions stand out with the strong lighting contrast. The faces of Girondes leaders are highlighted, showing their mixed expressions of sadness, fear, and defense. On the left side of the painting, we see people hunched in sadness, their dark clothes soaking up the light, adding to the feeling of sorrow and hopelessness. On the right, some figures stand taller, showing bravery. One bright figure dressed in nice coat catches our eyes. His strong, confident stand and bright face show courage and acceptance, ready to face the results of his beliefs. The movement is both dynamic and controlled. It invites us to ponder the human side of history. The stillness of the posture contrasts sharply with the turmoil of the surrounding political climate, making their emotional state even more pronounced. The earthy tone and touches of the red evoke sense of violence and bloodshed, reflecting the tragic cost of political conflict. Moving on, Jacques Louis David, The Death of Marat from 1793, portrayed the killing of a key revolutionary figure, Jean Paul Marat. The simplicity of Marat clothing, a plain white linen shirt, contrasts starkly with the luxurious garment of the highest class. The white fabric, now stained with the blood, symbolized both purity and sacrifice, elevating Marat to the status of a put to the death for revolutionary cause. The painting is carefully composed, with the Marat unsafe posture in the bathtub emphasizing his humanity and fragility. The darker hue of the surroundings highlight his pale skin, creating a dramatic focus on his face and expression. The surrounding objects like the dagger and the ladder add layers of political conflict to the scene. David's use of color not only conveys emotions but also symbolizes broader themes of revolutions and sacrifice. The stillness of Marat body contrasts with the turbulent political landscape outside, encapsulating the human cost of change. The moment in this piece is powerful. It invites viewers to reflect on Marat's personal sacrifice, connecting to the ideal of equivalent and the weight of revolutionary ideals. Lastly, we will look at The Relief of Lucknow by Thomas John Baker, painted in 1859. This artwork captures the urgency of British rescue during the Indian Rebellion of 1857. The dynamic composition is filled with the moment. British soldiers are depicted in action, some helping the wounded while others engage in battle, reflecting the chaos and bravery of the movement. The soldiers wear warm color that stand out against the cooler, smoky background, signifying their authority and protective role. The contrasting lighter garment of civilians, depicted in muted colors, the civilians' expressions ranging from fear to relief add emotional depth to the sense, inviting viewers into their plea. This painting symbolizes the complex dynamics of British colonialism in India. The soldiers represent the might of the British Empire while the civilians illustrate the human cost of conflict. Barker vivid use of color and the movement to create a sense of immediacy, making the viewer actually aware of the desperation and bravely displaying during this historical crisis. Overall, the Age of Revolution not only transformed political landscapes but also reshaped culture expression through the fashion and art. The garments worn during this time were filled with the meaning of identity, status, and the spirit of rebellion. By examining the colors, movements, and emotional weight of this painting, we gain insight into how these historical moments continue to resonate in our understanding of fashion and identity today. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history.